Blackstone presents Conservatism, a Rediscovery by Yoram Hazony. This book is read by Richard Ferrone. Dedicated with love to Isaac and Linda Hazony. Introduction. Is conservative revival possible? For 3 generations, Western nations have lived in the shadow of the world wars. The depths of the trauma have never been fully examined, nor its consequences entirely mapped. But we know that within a few years after the end of the Second World War, political life in these countries underwent an unprecedented revision. By the 1960s, the old Protestant nationalism that had animated the generation of Franklin Roosevelt and Dwight Eisenhower had been set aside, and Enlightenment liberalism became the new framework within which American political life was conducted. America was given what was, in effect, a new liberal constitution that guaranteed the civil liberties of blacks and other minorities, but also banned prayer and Bible reading from the schools and lifted earlier legal restrictions on divorce, pornography, immigration, and abortion. Academics and intellectuals even gave a new name to the regime, which they now called liberal democracy. In the decades that followed, many Americans and Europeans came to believe that in liberalism they had discovered the final political theory, a regime so obviously desirable that competition among political ideologies had in effect come to an end. Soon, liberalism would be adopted by all nations. The reign of liberal ideas would last forever. No one believes this anymore. 5 years of political upheaval, from 2016 to 2020, was all it took to shatter the hegemony of Enlightenment liberalism. Suddenly, the conflict among competing political visions was fiercely alive once more. On the one hand, the appeal of a revived nationalist conservatism was given dramatic expression by the 2016 election of Donald Trump's America First administration in the United States, by Britain's departure from the European Union, and by the rise of nationalist conservative governments in Eastern Europe, Italy, India, Brazil, and other countries. At the same time, an updated Marxism, calling itself progressivism, anti-racism, or woke, launched an astonishingly successful bid to seize control of...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?